Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Grace Again. It's Friday, May 19th, 2017. This is the greeting. The season of graduation is upon us, and this Sunday at Grace, we pause to recognize our graduates and commend them on the achievement of their hard work. Both high school, college, and post-college graduates this year are Samantha Grounds, Christiana Wiley, Maureen Longoria, Gracie McBride, Kate Corhan, Dana Gordon, Isaac Foster, Justin Wren, Carter Smith, Jessica Grinley, Lindsay Willett, Kyle Jenkins, Surafel Carabel, and Brian Doubts. Graduation is a time of celebration, both for the student and the parents. It is the end of one journey and the beginning of a new one. In this sense, it is a graduating transition from one part of the journey to the next. As we celebrate with our graduates and their families, we are reminded that life is truly a journey, and the journey stops for no one. The road of life is a path we are all traveling along, and each new day is filled with opportunities and challenges. This road gets very hard at times. Other roads can be very appealing when one is weary or discouraged, confused, angry, tempted by some desire, or grieving. These diversions along the path appear much easier, but beware. The path of least resistance is the path of least reward. In fact, Jesus goes much further when he states, quote, "The gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few." Matthew 7:13 and 14. The message of our graduates, or for our graduates, and for each of us is this: don't let anyone tell you that life is all about the journey. It's not true. The journey is all about the destination. What matters most is where you end up. May you take the road less traveled and find life both now and forevermore. In addition to honoring our graduates this Sunday, we will continue our series entitled Faith on Trial. Byron will be bringing us the message in Acts chapter 22 and into chapter 23. You might remember on 2 Sundays ago, we read about Paul's speech to the Jewish people, who became increasingly angry with him after he said that the Lord had decided to send him to the Gentiles, and that when he said that, it served as a trigger for another outburst among the Jewish crowd. They shouted for his death, threw off their cloaks, flung dust into the air. The latter two actions expressed both their frustration and their horror at blasphemy, possibly through their connecting the word Gentiles with Paul's alleged desecration of the temple. The crowd was too unruly for anything constructive to take place. So the commander there had him taken into the barracks in order to give him third-degree treatment, questioning through torture with the hope of getting at the bottom of the wrong that Paul had committed, about which the Jews were so angry. This planned flogging was probably the Roman brutal scourging with a whip that had thongs weighted with rough pieces of bone or metal. It could cause great harm and even leave people crippled for life. As Paul was about to be flogged, he told the centurion that he was a Roman citizen. And Roman citizens were exempt from that type of flogging as a method of inquiry before a trial. The commander was therefore saved from breaking the law any further, for he was wrong to even order the flogging. So the commander still had to get to the bottom of the case. So what did he do? He sent Paul to make his case before the Jewish Sanhedrin. Well, Paul's statement results in total confusion in the Sanhedrin, some siding with Paul and others against him. Some even considered the possibility that an angel or a spirit revealed Paul's message to him. The commander has to intervene and take Paul away from the scene. The next night, the Lord stands near Paul and encourages him by telling him that he is going to testify in Rome. Amidst all the confusion of these days, the Apostle Paul receives assurance that God is working out his purposes and that one of Paul's great dreams is going to be fulfilled. He will go to Rome. I look forward to looking further into this account of Paul's journey this Sunday at Grace Community Church. God bless.